What's going on, everybody? It's time for. Do we call it TNA Impact Wrestling anymore? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird because they're like TNA is dead, but I'm like, that's been the name of the company for like 15 years. It's hard for me to not say the words and the letters in that way. I don't understand. We got the TNA Impact Wrestling review. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it there, and you can be mad if you want, but we got the TNA review here for 3/9/2017, as my dog is eating what I'm sitting on, formerly known as her bed. But anyway, I definitely I enjoyed this show. I thought it was very, like, I guess you could say it was edgy. There was like a lot of different stuff that was going on within this show, but we're gonna review it here in a second. I do want to draw your attention to our other shows that we have on the podcast, which is the weekly WWE review, especially our original programming. It's more so what I try to promote on the other stuff. Our weekly WWE review and our six pack still haven't changed from the must see promotions. It's never gonna happen. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. It's never gonna happen because everybody needs an idea of what we do. And that's the best idea if you know exactly what we've done before. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there, just throwing it. Just a toss, a quick one. A quick one. But we will be right back. I think I'm gonna actually play the intro this week. I said I was gonna play it last week. I did. I said it. I said those words, and I forgot that quick.
You're not gonna do it.
I'm gonna act like I'm gonna play it, and then I'm not. Like that's what's gonna happen. Like y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for the intro to be played. That's just how it is. Like it's not my fault though. It's not my fault though. But we'll be right back right after this for the
You ain't gonna do it.
TNA.
Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. And yours! And we're going to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds. This is stupid. We'll see you on the dippity dippity. Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Once again, big shout out to Big Mayors for that music convention. I'm gonna change it just because I'm tired of hearing the same music. What?
Your mic just like half went out.
Just now?
Yeah,
it's probably because I was just plugging it back in. Is it still? Is it in there now? Is it there? Is it where it needs to be?
It's all...
Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. Just want to make sure. That's probably what it was. I was just plugging it back in, and because I have to do so much.
You said we can't hear you.
Shut up. You can hear me. Shut up. Anyway, let's jump into the show. We started out with the video package. That was the first thing we started out with, which was like the greatest thing I've seen in my life. Not really, but it was amazing. I liked it. I just liked that there was a video package that showed TNA's history, like before 2011. I was so excited to see that. Thoughts on the video package? I liked it a lot. I liked that they actually like showed stuff from the past, which TNA does from time to time. Like they're better than other companies about it, but still. Casey, thoughts on the video package that we had to open the show?
I love this video package. I think we always say that Impact does pretty good video packages in general, but this one I like that kind of like you said, they kind of incorporated their entire history from the very first Impact. They talked about all the different divisions. They talked about the past stars and stuff like that, which was definitely really cool. It kind of made it feel like this was kind of the beginning of a new era, kind of the next chapter.
Especially at the end when they did the whole changes in the logos. I thought that was really cool. I like that. That reminded me. I don't know if you remember. What was it? Was it SmackDown versus Raw when they did the whole Generations thing?
Yeah,
that kind of reminded me of that. Do you have any additional thoughts? I know I kind of cut you off.
Yeah, you always do.
My show.
But no, I really liked it. I like, I like when they do anything where they kind of actually acknowledge what helped build the company, which is, the originals,
Yeah.
And they mentioned a couple more originals later on in the show that we'll get to. They was calling out WWE tonight.
Oh, they was. But anyway, let's jump into. We started with a brawl. It was Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards to start the show, which I was excited about. I actually thought it was going to turn into a match, but I'm kind of glad it didn't. It still makes you wait, but it still put them on the show, which we haven't seen them in a little bit. And I like this. It actually led to another backstage segment with Angelina Love and Eddie Edwards. Yeah, Angelina Love and Eddie Edwards. I kind of like Angelina Love talking for Davey a little bit. It builds up that heel heat, but I think she's a pretty good talker within herself as this kind of evil heel character. I think she does a good job with it. Casey, thoughts on the brawl to start the show?
I like the brawl. It did feel a little bit random to me, but I definitely liked it. I definitely like the backstage segment later on with Eddie and Angelina Love, and then she slaps him, and he's like something about he just wishes Davey hit harder than his wife. I was like, oh shit. So apparently Angelina hits harder. I don't know. I'm just going from what Eddie said. I'm just going on that. Maybe I know what it is. Davey, he had the injury, so he ain't been hitting the gym. So his hits aren't as hard as they normally are. So, he just needs to go back to the gym a little bit more, get them hits in. Or maybe his wife just hits harder. I don't know.
All right. Next we had the introduction of the new commentator, which was Jeremy Borash, which was cool. Josh Matthews had me cracking up with what is that third headset doing here? Just randomly noticed it, I guess. But then again, I guess there was a brawl, so his eyes weren't necessarily on it. But anyway, why is there another chair? Why is there another headset? And I just thought it was funny. Josh's like complete overreactions, and I kind of like that they're kind of turning Josh a little bit because people are complaining about Josh Matthews. And I feel like that's the perfect time to turn somebody when the fans start to lash out at you. Let the whoever it is, whether it's the commentator or superstar, let them lash back at them. Because I just think it makes it more entertaining. It makes it more fun. Because I've enjoyed Josh Matthews more these last couple of weeks. Just him being an over the top heel now, and trolling everyone who talks bad about him. And I like it. But I really enjoy this. I enjoyed him and JB kind of going back and forth throughout the entire night. I also I cracked up. I might forget some things because I don't get to take my normal notes anymore. But I'm sure Casey will fill me in about everything I forgot, every single moment ever. But I was cracking up when he said, "What is this, SmackDown? We don't have 48 different." I don't know exactly the exact number he said, but he was like, "We don't have 48 different commentators." I just thought that was hilarious. Just because like we were just complaining about how SmackDown had too many commentators with 4. Like 3 is a lot, but like 4 is just too much. And we we were just complaining about that, and that was just funny to me how he mentioned that. And I liked that throughout the night because there may be some things I missed as far as the WWE comments because I heard them all. I just didn't get a chance to like write all the ones I liked down. But it was just funny like the way they were just taking shots all night at WWE and like specifically just calling them out. And I liked it because like I feel like TNA recently has been kind of treading water with that. If that makes any sense, like they have been like they've been calling out WWE, but they haven't been saying WWE. They haven't like legitimately been like just going after their throats like that. And I think I really enjoyed it tonight when they actually kind of went after WWE a little bit more personally, a little bit. I just thought it was funny. how they were going after WWE a little bit more personally tonight. But Casey, thoughts on the kind of I guess the bashing of WWE. You can kind of put it wherever it is in your notes. And the new commentary that we have. I did enjoy JB on commentary, by the way.
Yeah, I was definitely pumped when JB came out as the new commentator. I don't know if you got a little bit confused like I did, but it confused me a little bit because JB came out and he was at the commentary table, and then he started talking about Mike Tenay, and I'm like, oh well, wait, maybe Mike Tenay's.
Yeah.
I was just kind of confused a little bit. They kind of made me a little bit like, wait, what was okay? But yeah, and I'm sure we'll get more into JB and Josh back and forth throughout the show. But I definitely loved I loved them kind of bickering the entire night. I think this is gonna make me like the Josh Matthews heel character more because he'll have somebody to kind of battle back and forth with, but then you'll have Pope kind of sort of as the peacemaker or trying to be the peacemaker. And I think when you do a 3-panel commentary team like that, it works. I think WWE doesn't always do that, unfortunately, because you definitely do need the kind of the heel commentator, the face commentator, and then kind of sort of a neutral. I feel like if you're doing a 3-man team. But I definitely was excited for JB to be back. I always liked JB back, originally. What was the other part of this that we were talking about?
The WWE bashing.
Oh yeah. I definitely, liked it. And it is kind of like they kind of turned over a new leaf, if you want to kind of put it like that. Because before they were kind of, mentioning WWE here and there, but they weren't specifically like saying WWE or saying any specific thing. They were just kind of hinting around it. And, maybe Anthem was like, you know what, just go all out, which I think is a good idea. You know what I mean? If WWE has taken all of these stars that you built in your company, then obviously you are competition or you're becoming competition, and you have to, make WWE realize that, and maybe it'll start a little bit of a feud here. Other than that, I mean, go ahead, call them out. What's WWE going to do?
Yeah. And I don't think it's like, I think a lot of times, like, cause we've talked about this before where like, we feel like sometimes WWE gets the impression that like, oh, if we promote somebody else, they're going to switch our channel over immediately. But like, really, that's not an issue.
Yeah.
Because I mean, number one, because the shows aren't on at the same time. Number two, that's just kind of how it is. Like you can. I mean, and I think it made the show more enjoyable. There was something about this show that felt edgy from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Real quick, as Rabbit joins us, Rabbit, I sent you the link in the podcast account, so that might be what it was. That might be why you didn't get it. And I wasn't sure if you were going to be home till 11 or not. I couldn't remember. But we've only talked about the kind of calling out of WWE, especially throughout the show. And we talked about how Jeremy Borash was the new commentator and the video package, the first video package that we had. We haven't even got to the first match yet. So any thoughts on those things?
Yeah. I always wanted Jeremy to be on that on the table anyway, because I always told you that Josh, he just don't have the depth, the knowledge like Mike Tenay used to have, the information that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just like my man did it tonight. He kept putting information in there that Josh didn't even know half the time. It was funny.
Well, I don't know if you caught Josh when he was talking about how we don't need what do you mean commentators need to know the moves? I thought that was hilarious. Because like that was a direct bash at WWE.
It was, yeah, you're right. That was crazy though. But yeah, I like those three together. I hope they keep it where they stay there all the time because I like that. I like the dynamic that they developing at the table right there. Josh always over the top too much, but I like that direction of the characters that he putting at the table though.
Yeah, and,
I
and with
like
the heel character, I think it's gonna work for him. And I think too, like people were already lashing out at him anyway for being over the top. So now I think he can be over the top in the heel character and be fine with it.
exactly. You need to tone it down a little bit because if he don't even let my man get a sentence out over there. Jeremy was trying to talk, he cut him off.
And the one thing that kind of kind of made me think of is I definitely, like I said, I like that JB's there. But back and I hope kind of JB brings this to the table a little bit, kind of like Mike Tenay did, because Mike Tenay was a wealth of knowledge and kind of even it teaches wrestling fans things that you might not know too, which I definitely like. When they mention a name that maybe you're not so familiar with, so it makes you want to learn more about professional wrestling, or teaches you like moves that you maybe didn't know yourself, or even Mike Tenay used to talk about like the history of different things in wrestling that you wouldn't necessarily think about, but he would mention it, and then you go, okay. Which I kind of hope JB kind of brings something like that to kind of make you think more than just listening to commentary. I like when commentators do that. Make you not just want to mute them, but actually listen and know that they know what they're talking about, because they're supposed to be the experts. They're supposed to be know everything, and then when you are Michael Cole or Josh Matthews and you don't.
A couple times
I thought it's funny how animated Josh Matthews got about Jeremy Boyce when he first came out there. Like he was so mad. I was like, yes.
And could tell the difference because he literally don't know the moves for real. Because a couple times there was some moves being made, he kept pausing, and then Jerry would jump in and say, "Here, tell him to move," and say, "You should have known that."
but wasn't that for Jeremy to jump in though?
Huh?
Wasn't that for Jeremy to jump in though? Like, wasn't that a purposeful?
I'm thinking it is. Yeah. I'm thinking they playing off each other.
Yeah.
But the package was a sweet package. I like the package with AJ and all them. That was nice. I like that.
I mean, it wasn't Austin Aries, but in case you get that. Anyway, but the first match we had of the night was the DCC versus Reno Scum. It's not Scum Reno, right? For some reason, I get that too. Okay. I don't know why, but I get them mixed up. And this is another thing that I saw tonight. Now, albeit these are companies that are affiliated with TNA, but still, I still liked it. I like how Reno Scum had their tag team belts with them from Future Stars of Wrestling, I think it is. It's on the Fight app, so get the Fight app, watch the Future Stars of Wrestling. But I like how they had their, because I think it gave them a little bit more legitimacy, in my opinion. I feel like it made them feel like they were more legit as a tag team. They should do a great back with the IC. I'm just saying. But I was surprised to see the DCC lose again. Like, for some reason, it looks like they're pushing for a breakup, and I hope they don't, because I feel like it hasn't been going on long enough for there to be a breakup. So I feel like there shouldn't be a breakup right now. Not right now. I feel like maybe they should wait on it. Maybe add another member in or two, and then break them up. Don't break them up this quick. We haven't even seen the climax of it. I don't feel like yet. But thoughts on Reno Scum versus the DCC? I'm gonna go to Casey first, since he kind of knew about Reno Scum a little bit more before they even came.
Yeah. This is. Yeah, I had heard that they were coming into Impact. Kind of around the same time that I heard That's and not from Justin this time, but I did hear that Alberto El Patron was going to win the Impact title. But we'll get to that.
I was so upset. Look, I wasn't even upset that he won. I was upset that I knew before. Stop it. Stop it with the spoilers, darn it. That
But at least it wasn't Justin for me. I happened to find it. I think it was on Twitter.
Oh, it was Justin for me. And he was like, I'm gonna tell you a spoiler. I was like, no. It wasn't even a warning. He was just like, Alberto El Patron won the title. I was like, shut up. You didn't even watch the show. Anyway.
But yeah. I was definitely excited for Reno Scum. I've seen them a little bit on the Fight app, and I've heard about them through Twitter and other social medias. So I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of what they kind of brought to the table. I definitely like their team. Hopefully, they get a push and are used well. But I feel like Impact's gonna start using guys a lot better. At least that's what Dutch Mantel said, because he said they're gonna listen to us.
He said a lot of stuff for a long time.
But definitely excited. I don't necessarily think that they'll break up the DCC. I think, and this is something that they might do that a lot of wrestling companies don't really do. Maybe they'll drop one member and bring somebody else in, like a weak link, kind of like they did with the Helms Dynasty. Maybe it'll be something like that, where the DCC doesn't necessarily break up, but they drop a member here or there and bring somebody new in, or just bring another member in. But I don't necessarily think that they'll break up.
All right, Casey. Rabbit thoughts.
Okay, well,
Rabbit thoughts on Reno Scum versus the DCC. The D with two C's, as they say.
When I first seen it, this match immediately let me know that it's different people in charge, because where no mic work at all, not even mic work, nothing. Get in the ring and take the tag team titles off the break. Shows you that things are in the back, is at pause, where they trying to figure out what they're gonna do with people. So they taking these belts off, like DCC. I think they're gonna break these. They're gonna break them up. They're gonna split them up, because they just got these titles. They just got put together like this. This just got started pushing. So for them to yank the titles off them out the blue, show you that something is changing off the break. And like you was saying about the spoilers, that's why when they do stuff like this, it has to be live. You got to go live. You can't have it where people know things before it come on, because it's not going to work like that. Show is to be a good show, but that suspense of I ain't that, without the live shows. But the belts coming on with the belts from other companies is what professional wrestling is supposed to be. That's what it always was. You come on, you do things on other promotion, but when titles with you, it just give you more oomph. It lets that you ain't just no slouch, even though you first time coming on here. I like that. I like the way they else too. So I like that too. I like that.
Yeah, because the titles that they had were from another company.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
like the Reno Scum, I just need to see more of those two. But the finisher they had was nasty.
Oh yeah.
Nasty finish.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I know they had some miscommunication with it felt like a little bit of a something there, like something with a breakup going on there with the DCC. But we got the revealing that Maria is having a nervous breakdown or something. I like this too. I like this too, but I think it's just them kind of trying to cover up that Maria's gone. But I did like the whole Sienna with the fake news, fake news, fake news. I thought that was pretty funny. Um, I think it would be even funnier if Maria comes back, but I just thought it was kind of funny because if Maria does come back, it would be pretty funny. But we had the X Division match. It was a fatal 4-way. For some reason, I thought it was a 5-way at first. I mean, Allie was there, so I guess technically, but it was a fatal 4-way. Usually they do 5-way, so I think that's what it was. But snooping around. Um, but it was Braxton Sutter versus DJZ versus Marshay Rockett versus Caleb Conley, my boy. But definitely a good match. I like what Marshay Rockett brings to the X Division. He just brings something different. I feel like, and I always feel like he like brings a different pace because like it seems like everybody's so fast paced, and he can still move with the fast paced guys, but he still slows it down. When he needs to. Um, but I just thought this match was really good. I like that it had title implications. And I like that it was, it was just an enjoyable match. I enjoyed Allie jumping off the freaking turnbuckle on Marshay Rockett. That was hilarious. But Rabbit, thoughts on the X Division match that we had?
Yeah, for a multi wrestling match, it flew nice. DJZ, I don't know what he doing with that mohawk, man. I don't know what he be doing with that thing, but T off the back of main man. It was nice. And what's his name? Rocket. He don't have no business in here with the little guys, man. I don't know what he doing in there, but he flew it though. He had a nice catch slam, but a girl come. I don't know. I just don't get the point of all that at all. But it was nice flowing match for that many wrestlers in there. So at least give it that.
All right, Casey.
I have an issue with this, and no, it's not just because freaking Braxton Sutter was in this match. I hate that man because he shot. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know the story, but
I think he gonna donate $5 to our Royal Rumble fund.
If anybody who don't know the story, I went to a wrestling show. It was a GFW show. It was a good show. It was a good show. I was like,
was there a hostile takeover?
No. But I went. I went to a couple different wrestlers. I was like, "What up? Can I get a picture?" They were like, "Yeah." I go up to Braxton Sutter. I'm like, "Yeah, bro, can I get a picture?"
We all know the story, Casey. We all have heard.
I'm like, bro, you gonna charge me $5? Like DJZ ain't charged me $5. No, he didn't charge me $5. But that's what happened, and I have to hate him now forever because it's. I'm pretty sure he's a cool guy, but I hate him. But no, definitely like this match. Braxton though he brainwashing Allie to steal victories, but which is not cool. Allie, you could do so much better than that, man. I'm just saying.
Is it like the kind of brainwashing where Rosemary, she spit in people's mouths like that?
Nah. I like when she spit in my mouth.
You ain't like she was spitting in Bram mouth.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like that. I didn't. But I don't know. I just really hope TNA. Sorry. Impact. Starts pushing Caleb Conley because they need to start pushing Caleb Conley because he's good. He's real good.
Yeah, he did look nice in his match.
Push that man. Push him. Do it now. And stop putting him in multi-man matches where you barely get to see him.
Yeah. He had DJZ with a palm strike in the middle. Nice joint, though. Yeah, I like to see him more, too.
Yeah. Okay. we got the knockouts coming out next. We got Sienna and her Peacock coming out against Rachel Ellering, which I was really excited about. Because I remember seeing her face, but I couldn't for some reason. Whoever announced him, I think it was Spud. It sounded like Spud. He didn't do Rachel Ella, and that's why I couldn't understand it. But I couldn't understand the last name, and I was like, Ellering? Really? I was really fascinated, but I like her though. I like her a lot. I'd seen her before a little bit. I think we saw her in NXT. Casey had said, but Sienna won. Of course, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do with this now. And I wonder, kind of with this new like influx of talent, like how are they gonna fit in? Like who's gonna get pushed quickly? Who's gonna take a little bit of time? I'm kind of curious about that. But this was definitely a good match. I think they work pretty well together. I was trying to figure out if it was a jobber match or not. Like it like because we hadn't seen Rachel Ellering on TNA yet, it felt like it a little bit. But I think she kind of had a nice showing too. But Rabbit, thoughts on Rachel Ellering going up against Sienna?
Yeah, she had a nice showing because Santa looked like she held back a little bit too. She ain't do as much. She made flow a nice show for the new talent because she looked strong. She had a nice kick to her head too. Springboard. She was nice. She had some nice stiff just now. But it I want to see more of. But it was a nice little quick match for the knockouts.
All right, Casey.
I like the match. I forgot to say it before about the first lady of professional wrestling, Maria Kanellis Bennett. What they need to do with her, okay, we all know she's gone. We all know, whatever. They need to do go the old school WWF route, bring in the fake Maria Kanellis Bennett, kind of like fake Diesel and fake Razor. I think they could do it. But yeah, I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that. I like this match though. One thing I do like about TNA is Impact. I'm gonna say TNA for like a month. I don't even care. I feel like they don't necessarily always do jobber matches with debuts or new people. Whereas WWE does it all the time. Like you can't debut in WWE without jobbing. Like it doesn't matter who you are. And which kind of sucks. Especially for newer, younger talent. I'm sure a lot of people did know Rachel Ellering before this, or if nothing else from her dad. But at least with TNA, they give them a shot to kind of show what they can do. They don't just completely bury them, so you have no idea what they can do, so you just don't care about them, kind of like WWE does, where they just bury, jobbers, and then, when they try to push them, it's like, why do I care when you just buried them for so long? But I feel like Impact doesn't necessarily do that, which is a good thing. Obviously, I knew she wasn't going to win, but, we kind of got to see a little bit of what she can do. And if you haven't seen her before, I'm sure you'll kind of want to see her again. But definitely excited to see what they do, especially with the Knockouts division now, with obviously with Maria being gone, with Allie in her new kind of role as Braxton's on-screen girlfriend, but in real life dating, and it's just weird. So yeah, I'm wondering what they're gonna do with the Impact or with the Knockouts roster on Impact now. with the new owners. But Impact, definitely, you could do the fake Maria. Yeah, I think it'll work. I think it'll work. You know, look how well it worked back in the day with fake Diesel and fake Razor. Nobody knew they were fake. Nobody. No.
You know, it kind of worked about as well as the finger poke of doom. You know?
That was the greatest move of all time. I'm just saying.
Yes, it was.
But next we had Bruce Pritchard, which Josh Matthews was not happy about. We had Bruce Pritchard. Just because I love you. It was kind of cool to see Bruce Pritchard come out. And you know, I liked Bruce Pritchard coming out and kind of cutting this promo about like the new era and everything. I would assume he's the new management, but like that was the one thing they didn't really clear up that much is like, because like they're always like new management, it's coming, but that wasn't like this is the new management type thing. Like that, like I was just really like kind of confused. I was just kind of like, okay, I mean, I know he's back, but is he the new management or not? But you know, I definitely liked it though. I enjoyed I enjoyed the promo. I enjoyed that he brought out. He kind of talked about kind of having a face or whatever, and kind of talked about the history as well. And he brought out Lashley, and then Alberto Patron would come out. Then EC3 would come out, and Lashley didn't want to face EC3 anymore because he's already beaten him multiple times. And then we get Alberto El Patron against Lashley. I guess the only thing that did make me as excited about Alberto El Patron coming is like the spoilers. Like spoilers just kill it for me for the most part. Cause like I feel like wrestling is one of those things that like it can get predictable, but there's still that aspect that you never know what's gonna happen. And like that was kind of my issue with this is I already knew that Del Rio was coming, and I think I knew it was coming on this episode. But anyway, Rabbit, thoughts on the segment with Lashley? I almost said Del Rio, Lashley, El Patron, and Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, when at the beginning of this segment, I ain't like it at all. I ain't like Pritchard coming out. I ain't like what he was talking about. No, not at all. Then I don't like the fact you gotta listen to his promo. I felt disrespected the whole time he was talking. Him and
we'll get to Dutch.
We'll
get to Dutch's long-winded promo.
Yeah, I mean, he going on talking about TNA dead. So that's cool. But he keep talking like same thing for the last, you know what I'm saying, 8-10 years. That ever since they've been gone, nothing happened.
I just didn't like the ridiculous bashing of Dixie.
It was over the top.
But yeah, and it was funny because they were trying to act like they weren't, but like it's kind of like saying no offense, but I'm gonna offend the crap out of you right now.
Exactly, and it feels like when they do that. For me, I've been watching TNA since it started in 2002. Off the break, I was paying $10 just for a pay-per-view joint. It was $10 to pay for. I was paying for those joints from the beginning. And I've been with him from day one to now. For him to be talking like it wouldn't be no TNA if she ain't stuck her neck out for all these years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking like nothing been going on since they've been gone. I don't like that. But the segment itself I liked because after he stopped talking, the wrestlers got involved. I liked that. I didn't like the fact that EC3 came out there. Because it was like, what are you doing out here? It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Why he came out there. And then it really made him look stupid when everybody ignored him. He just stood there. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, why are you even out here? You know, it didn't even make any sense.
I mean, I think, you know, they was missing a key point in this show. You know, he should have been out there. You know, it should have been a triple threat for the title. And I think we should have a new champion. And it should be Aaron Ray. I'm just saying. Greatest character of all time.
Then he bring my man out See, already you could tell the way Pritchard was talking that Main Man was going to win. You just got to listen to him. You know what I'm saying? So now me, I don't watch WWE. Y'all know that, right? So I didn't know who this was at all until he walked on the screen, you know. But I could tell the way Pritchard was talking that something's about to happen with my man here. They want to do something with my man Bobby. So I already knew something was going to go down. But I like dude, though. I like the way his presence was in the promos and all that. It just felt like EC3 brought everything down from these two. That's why I ain't like about the promo. I liked the promo. It was smooth promo. I liked it. But I did not like Pritchard at all. I don't like what he was talking about, and I don't like the fact that he hit.
It took Del Rio 8 years to finish Perro. I'm just saying. I mean El Patron. Sorry, some people don't know Del Rio. That man, you know, that old myth, the old legend. But
Del Rio.
I like Del Rio better than El Patron. I think it sounds better. Maybe I've just been hearing it for longer. But Casey, thoughts on Alberto and Patron? It don't work the same. It just don't. Like, anyway, thoughts?
You know, first of all, you're welcome. You're welcome. You know.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna kind of go a little bit opposite of what you guys said, because I mean, I get, you know, how people would, you know, take it offensively, but I didn't necessarily take it offensively, all the things that he said, because I mean, it's a fact that, and I won't even go as far as to say it was specifically bashing Dixie, because I feel like it was more bashing creative and how, you know, fans got bored with what they were doing and left. And it's a fact that a lot of fans did leave Impact. So I didn't necessarily take some of the stuff that he said too offensively. And I did like how, you know, he commented to one of the fans that yes, a lot of people think I was to blame originally, or something. He said something to that effect.
Yeah, he was right about that.
The fans' comments. I definitely like that. But you know what? I'm excited. You know, I mean, they did a good show tonight in general. And if they're gonna bring people back and they're gonna put on a good show, I'm all for it. And if this is sort of a, like we've been saying, kind of the whole review, this is kind of a new chapter in Impact. So I have no problem with them saying, okay, TNA's dead. All the things that we did before, you know, that's not necessarily, I wouldn't, you know, bash it, because like we always say, we like the original TNA stuff.
But they bashing it though. That's what they doing.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't necessarily have that much of an issue with it. I mean, to an extent, you kind of have to, you know, say, okay, this is old. We're moving on to bigger and better things. They could have worded different things differently, I think, but I don't know. I didn't think it was terrible. I'm excited for Bruce Pritchard to be back, to see what he does. One thing I didn't like about the Impact tonight is, and DJ kind of was confused about this, but they didn't, you know, last week they said the owners were going to be here, but they didn't introduce any owners. It was just, you know, new creative and new managers and things like that. They didn't, that's the only thing I didn't like, is we didn't actually get to, like, they said they were going to be here and they weren't. But you know, I like that Bruce Pritchard came out and kind of gave a promo, whether you liked it or you didn't, whether you felt offended or you didn't. You know, I'm all for bringing new people in, giving fresh ideas. And I mean, yes, you know, he's not new to Impact, but he's been gone for a while. maybe he'll bring some new, fresh ideas, back. And again, I don't know exactly what his role in Impact is right now. Whether it's creative, I know Dutch Mantel is, I think, the head writer or something now for Impact. But the one thing I couldn't help but laugh at was when Bruce said that TNA is dead, and then Lashley comes out with a big old belt with a big old TNA. I'm like, bruh. And they didn't even debut like a new belt or anything. I'm just like, oh, okay. No, it did, but it got big old and it's a big old TNA. It's not like the WWE or the WWE small. No, it's a big old TNA.
But he said he had it where it should have been before he left. He said he had it where he was about to be on top. This is what he said, and he don't know what happened after that. So basically, what they saying is once Dixie took complete control of everything, that's when everything went awry. But like you said, when you watch the TV, if it's entertainment, you don't care about all that, right? For the last 2 years, he's been gone for 2.5, 3 years. For the last 2 years straight, not one show been on here that's just TNA wrestling that was under 7. Everything was 7 and above. Easy. Every show. Close to 10 some of these joints. So there's no way he can keep talking like these shows wasn't entertaining. When he was there, it wasn't entertaining. So I don't know what he's talking about. So since he's been gone, these shows been entertaining. So that's why I say he's just talking about Dixie. You could tell.
But Dixie wasn't writing the shows.
But when she took complete control, got rid of him, and took control of everything. One time it was just her for a minute before she started bringing people in.
But over the years,
there when they had the highest ratings,
though. Gotten rid of so many people and brought in people and got rid of people and brought in people. Like, it's been a revolving door for a lot of people in general.
But too, like, he was there when they had the highest ratings, which was 2012. Good year.
He was there when they had the lowest. That's when she got rid of him. And then to me, they old. Once you start bringing all of them back, you're going to start bringing the Vince Russos and all these clowns back in here. Oh, man, I ain't going to be able to take it. It's going to be a headache. You can tell that's where they going with this. All of them going to come in. Kern, Jared, all these people about to start flowing on here. You can tell. To me, you can tell it's more promo talking now. You can tell that's the difference off the break. But if you got Jeremy Bershoff there, Beroff, what's his name? Long as he there doing something, he know it should be pure wrestling. Everybody else there, I don't know what's going on no more. They might get to talking a lot now, or turn it to WWE light or something. I don't know what's about to happen. You know? But when they start talking like that, I don't know, man. This whole thing just got me real queasy. That whole promo started me getting queasy. Then my man finished me off.
What's the fans hating about now? Because that's what they do. And then the fans will hate on it even more because that's what they asked for.
And then if out of all people that own wrestling companies, Dixie was the only person that really listened to anybody, any fans whatsoever. So I don't know what he talking about with that nonsense stuff. Well, you ain't get to that yet.
Yeah. Let's get to Dutchman too. First off, Dutch Mantel's promo was dumb stupid long.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it was too long. Number two, it sounded like he was on an episode of Fact of Life. I don't know if y'all caught, and I don't know if they was typing or not, but it was just weird. Like, the audio was weird. Like the cheers and like it just felt random. It felt like it was sound effects. It caught me off guard. I don't know what it was, but it was just weird to me. But
getting booed. I think people was booing.
But it was confusing. It caught me. I felt like I was watching an episode of Fact of Life for real, for real. But it was just too long. It was too long. I didn't like the bashing of Dixie just because she still kept the company afloat.
Yes.
Without Dixie, you wouldn't be here now. Like it
didn't make sense.
Like I ain't never in my life seen somebody like I ain't never in my life seen like people come into a company and at least not respect what's been done before it. That's all I'm gonna say. Rabbit thoughts on Dutchy Mantel.
That joke was extremely over the top. He comes out in a little buggy wheelchair joint. First of all,
actually, I get that. That was from WWE, but I get
then
that.
Then he got on the joint, make him Impact great, channeling his inner Trump. What is going on here, Slim? They talking about the fans left. Who are we? Who are the people that's sitting there looking at you, man? What? Well, we been 10 years. Somebody been watching TNA but over the last 15 years, man. What is he talking about? Yeah, man, I'm not feeling that, man. They tripping me out with that, man. He was over the top, man. This whole thing just had me laughing. Then he put on the screen all the people that was here, but in WWE. And you couldn't find nobody else. It was just too much, man. Hey, it was too much, man. Him and my man Early Pritchard together was too much for me. It was too much for a TNA fan itself. So I don't know what we're doing now. We not TNA, they telling us. So whatever they doing now is over the top, man. And they just going on Dixie. Dixie got to respond to these people, man. She can't just be. Hey, man, she can't be disrespected like this, man. These people ain't keep no wrestler afloat all these years. They ain't do it. They rolled out. Man, it was. I can't take it. It was terrible.
It's funny because they rolled out because it was going out of business. Remember? I'm just saying. Oh, sorry. I got a little bit of a, it's the changing of the weather. Casey, thoughts on the Dutch Mantel promo? Was it as long as I thought it was? It felt like it was long. Like
I didn't think it was long, but I enjoyed it. Again, I like that Dutch Mantel is in there for a creative aspect. Not necessarily talking about the bashing of Dixie, because we already talked about that enough. But I like this. I like that they kind of, and there was still kind of bashing of WWE too, which is what they were doing the entire night. With the
my name is Zet.
I missed that. I missed that.
Favorite parts. My name is Zet. Oh wait, I can't say that. In an alternate universe, my name was Zep Coulter. And I love how he kept referencing, WWE, and I like how they showed guys that were built in WWE or in TNA.
Well, and those were kind of some. Well, it was like probably half of them. Where like the ones that were in WWE were actually booked better in TNA than they were in WWE.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't have a problem with them. I like that they showed those guys. And I like that he and I don't know if he actually needs it to walk, because I know he was having kind of mobility issues. But I like that he came out in the scooter. Definitely, kept that kind of because a lot of fans are still going to remember him as Zeb Coulter if you didn't know him as Dutch Mantel. So that was definitely a cool thing. And then I love at the end, I want everyone within the sound of my voice, put your hand on your heart. We the people. I was like, yes.
I thought I actually thought that Jack Swagger was gonna come out then, because I've heard some reports about Jack Swagger, so that's what I was expecting.
That would have been amazing.
I don't know if anybody else
But
thought.
yeah, I definitely like I said, whatever happened in the past, I'm not focusing on that as much. If these guys are coming in, I'm going to give them a chance, and I'm going to hope that they, do some entertaining stuff. Obviously, we're losing a lot of good, Impact stars recently, so they got to step up the game and kind of give us a good show, which they've been doing. But so I'm going to give these guys a shot. There's a chance that they could do terrible shows from now on, but I'm excited for.
All right. Let's jump into the next thing that we had. I think it was actually the Hardys.
Hell was this?
I was talking to Casey. I was like, I think they're gonna troll the Hardys here. Because I actually thought there was gonna be some kind of craziness where where Smoking Joe won the titles or something. But I thought this was hilarious because obviously the Hardys left, and they didn't leave on the greatest of terms. And I like how they kind of used some of the Hardys. I guess this was one of the Hardys' old footage against them. I thought it was kind of funny. And then they did the whole thing where they were going to the next place in the expedition. Only thing that confused me was how the titles ended up in the Impact Zone. Like that was the only thing that got me. I would have rather than been able to like maybe green screen in the Decay, like into Cameron or something like that, like in some form or fashion, to have them pick up the titles that way. Because for some reason, like that was the only disconnect to me, was like how did titles get to the Impact Zone if they weren't going to the Impact Zone? They were going somewhere else. How did that happen though? But I like how they did it though. I did like how they, I actually like how they did it.
Intercept them. Wait, what?
I like how they did it though. I like how they kind of just put it into the expedition, so it's kind of a smooth transition. So it's like you don't like I liked it because it's like if you don't focus on the backstage stuff and you don't know that the Hardys are gone / left or whatever, it would just make logical sense that okay, I see they forgot the titles, they lost the titles, whatever. I kind of liked it. Casey, thoughts on the Hardys losing the titles in kind of a weird way?
I was just,
and I don't know if this means the Decay of the champions or not. that confused me too. I was like, wait, is that how it works? So if I just find them, they mine.
I was so confused with this because I was like, okay, yeah, they're obviously probably going to use, I don't have a problem with them using the footage that they already have if they've already done, pre-recorded segments for the Expedition of Gold, which I kind of was hoping they would do and have them lose it that way. But the fact that they kind of went to do the Expedition of Gold and all of a sudden Decay shows up with the titles and they didn't even show. I was just like, how? How did Decay intercept the titles? Did they win them at a how? I was so confused. And I don't know. I kind of wanted them to just forget about those titles, like I said last week, and maybe since you're kind of rebranding and a new ownership, like I said, bring in new titles, which I think would have been a lot easier and less confusing. But I don't know. I have no idea how this happened, what happened, I don't know.
All right. I know. Thoughts on the title exchange?
I know it was funny when he was out there messing with that kangaroo. And that was funny. But this is no way. This was the dumbest, ridiculous thing I ever seen. And almost up to when Vince Russo gave that actor the belt. how in the world do you beam up the Hardys and then the K come down with the belts? And that's it. Like what?
No explanation on anything.
Oh, you ain't just do that, man. This ain't Star Trek. What was that? That's it. Then they got the belts in their hand. It was just some silliness, man. I need to pinpoint who wrote that. We need to pinpoint that person, man. Because this is doing in the Vince Russo handbook right here. So, who do that? It just pops in their hands. Stop playing. That happened. That just happened. That literally happened, man. They beamed them up.
They weren't supposed to technically have the titles because they were supposed to be keeping them in the.
Oh my goodness!
Remember?
That was over the top. Beamed them up, and they came down with them. Well, species, man.
See, I thought. See what got me? I thought that they had teleported to the next place, and they just left the titles.
Yeah. They teleported.
Explain that.
The K appeared somewhere out the sky, and the belts drop in their hand. It's like what? Silliness. It was silly.
But guys, the real important question that we all need to ask is, where's Moose? Where is Moose?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I thought that second Cody Rhodes thing ended abruptly. Like it felt like he was just gonna sit in the ring, and then like I thought he was gonna sit in the ring, and then like the legend that we've never seen before was gonna come out. But then like he just kind of left. He was like, "Nope, I'm gone. I'll see you."
The legend was what's the name?
Yeah,
him running off at the mouth.
Yeah, Dutch Mantel. Yeah, but because I didn't know who it was at the time, so I just thought it kind of ended abruptly. But next, and lastly, we got the World Championship match. We got Lashley going up against Alberto Patron. I can't do that. I can't do the Ricardo Rodriguez. I can't do it. I tried it and I can't do it because I can't roll my R's. I can't do it. I thought this was a really good match. I liked it. I liked it. I'm still wondering what they're gonna do with EC3 because he's still kind of in this, especially when he was on the ramp. That freaking kick to the referee, that super kick to the referee. Oh my god, he's dead. It's over. I don't know how he got up because I'm trying to figure out how Hebner couldn't wake up, but Stifler could wake up after that kick. How? But this was a good match. I enjoyed it. I think they work well together. I think that they wrestle two different styles, but they both know their styles very well and they know how to work with other people very well. And I like that. I was telling Casey this as well. I like that Del Rio didn't win clean because I would have been upset if he would have won clean. The fact that he had to hit Lashley with the belt, I think it kind of makes it worth it a little bit because I wanted to see Lashley put somebody over because he really didn't get to put somebody over the first time he lost when he was having his monster run when he lost to Rude. He really didn't get to put somebody over because he lost with the leverage pin. And then with this one, at least he lost. At least it was kind of a dirty victory. I liked it. And I think he's got another MMA fight coming up, if I'm not mistaken, and that's why they're trying to take the title off of him as well. So you got to think about those things before you cry and complain about Del Rio being a former WWE guy and having the champion. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But anyway,
I mean, they're both former WWE guys.
I still don't understand the issue in any other sport. If there's a talent you feel like is good, you can sign them and there ain't no issue. But in the wrestling business, God forbid,
they can only work at one place.
God forbid there be a talent out there and you want to sign them. I hope not.
It's only if they're from WWE. Like if anyone is signed by WWE, it's fine.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That was funny to me because I was looking into. I was actually looking at that. I was thinking about that because I saw somebody complain about. Somebody actually wrote an article on Daily DDT about it, about how TNA's fallen into the same cycle of failure or something about having Del Rio win the title and being a former WWE star or whatever.
But
And I was just like, but so I was like, wait, WWE can sign all these top indie talents and push them to the moon and not, not build their own talent, over top of their own talent, but TNA does the same thing with a WWE talent, and it's an issue. I don't understand it. I've never understood it. I can't wrap my head anyway. Rabbit, thoughts on the main event of the evening?
But well, so what they say when you talking Samoa Joe? I mean, they don't look at that the same.
Nope, not at all.
TNA.
If they sign the WWE, NXT, and pretty much.
That's crazy. But man, I love this match though, I ain't never seen my man wrestle a day in my life. Like I told you, when he came on in the promo, it was my first time seeing him. And EC3 made a point. He did make a point though. Walking in here getting titles ain't usually how this thing would go. You know what I'm saying? But they already did it early in the show, so you already know it can happen. So that was unnecessary right there. It was like he was there for no reason. He stood out there for no reason. It just ain't making no sense. But this match I love this match, man. For them two to be wrestling for their first time, this is what I mean about professional wrestling. Now y'all see what we talking about? No botching. They ain't got to know each other. If you two professionals, it shouldn't be no botching. Ever. You notice the people that botch ain't even on TV no more. You don't see them no more. That botch stuff gets you hurt. This right here, two people that never wrestled before, fluid match, man. These two, they huge and they stiff. Oh man, Patron hit my man with the arm bar joint when he spent around his arm. Nasty, Slim. He flew it in the ring for his size. Well, I think my man said, JB said he was 240 pounds or something. Nasty. These two together, and then Lashley counters with power. Everything he counter with is going to be power, straight power. Spine busters, pick you up, side slam. You know what I'm saying? He going to walk with you and slam you. The neck breaker joint. He vicious, Slim. The suplex where he holds you up, drain your head. Man, Lashley's a monster, Slim. And this match right here was nasty. I loved it. Even though he lost, I don't really be tripping off if they lose or not. If this match was vicious. I love this match from top to bottom. Athletic, both of them, and for their size, man. I don't like the fact that they stole the belt from the beast, the monster, the animal. That's a problem. But other than that, the match itself was nasty, man. I advise people, man, look this match up and watch it, man. Basically, most of Lashley matches, watch these joints. Go back and look at Lashley for the last 2 years, man. He's vicious. And this ain't nothing different. But
good, but this man a hybrid out here. He
nasty, Slim. But Patron, my first time seeing him ever. This is a nice match. He was fluid in here, stiff. I liked it. Nice match, man. I love this match, man. Nice championship match. When you turn on wrestling, that's what you want to see, man. And the fact that these two, man, I love that, man. I love that. That's what I like about professional wrestling. That's why, as long as they keep it with professional wrestling, I'm good. This got to stay involved. You got to have matches like this. I love it, man. I love it. I want to see these two more.
I think that TNA from especially a main event like aspect has been consistent for all 15 years.
Man, the main events be off the Richters. No matter who was in them.
Like even when we felt like the X division wasn't being pushed as well, or the tag team division wasn't pushed as well. Like the world title was always kind of at least consistent with throughout.
Yeah, all the way back Saban and all them had joints, man. The main events was vicious.
Yeah. But Casey, thoughts on the main event of the evening?
I liked it. First of all, talking about the people coming into TNA that everyone bitches and complains about. I personally don't have a problem with it, especially when you're trying to when you want, Impact to kind of compete with WWE, or you think Impact is a competitor for WWE, I like when they bring people in that are well known, because it could bring more people that maybe haven't watched Impact for a while or don't watch Impact, and not just WWE fans, because Alberto El Patron he's wrestled in so many different promotions just since his, departure from WWE. And
he wrestled in that 6-sided ring in Mexico, I heard.
Yeah. And even in Mexico. So, bringing guys in from other promotions, especially even WWE, I have no problem with it. If it's bringing more eyes to Impact, I have no problem with it. Just
I agree.
Straightforward. I love the match. I thought it was a great match. I like that, they do have differing styles, but at the same time, they kind of have, in a way, similar backgrounds. They both have MMA backgrounds. Obviously, Lashley is a little bit more well-known in the mainstream, it feels like. But Alberto has had MMA experience. I looked up some of his MMA stuff. I think he's had 14 total fights, 9-5 record, which isn't bad. So, if they wanted to, they could do similar styles and they could do their different styles. I like that Alberto did win, and I was spoiled on this, like I said, from social media, but in a way that kind of made me a little bit more excited, because I wanted to see how he won, and I wanted to see how he would debut. So, for me, spoilers are kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I'm really upset. Sometimes it gets me kind of more excited to watch that show, or to look forward to when I know somebody's going to debut. Obviously, I would like it to be more of a surprise, but if I am spoiled and, it kind of gets me excited to see, what they do. Especially with a guy that most of us know, like Alberto. But definitely a good match. I'm wondering, what are they going to do with this if Lashley is actually getting ready for a fight, or if it's like they said last time and he just wins the title back again. Because last time he was supposed to be getting ready for a fight, and then he just won.
They should have gave it back to Eddie. Gave it to Davey. I'm just saying that needs to happen.
You ain't catch when JB kept on saying, "Oh, Evan, how you think he gonna act? He gonna be uncomfortable?" And my man, not JB, Josh, and then JB was like, "The 6-sided ring originated in Mexico."
I love that. I love when he did that.
Yes, I love that. We hit him with that joy, but I love that knowledge stuff, boy. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna try to end this with my dog. For some reason, fighting with my hand.
Okay.
It's gonna be difficult, but that was your TNA Impact Wrestling review for 3/9/2017. I do want to head back to the other slide real quick. Be sure to check out the other videos we have on the channel. Just a couple, just for your viewing pleasure of the viewing. We got the weekly WWE review and the ICWP 6-pack, where sometimes we talk about must-see promotions at least once, or every time. You never know. But definitely, we do some cool things on the channel, so go check it out. And hit that subscribe button at least an odd number of times. This fool just farted. Anyway, that was your TNA Impact Wrestling review. We will see you guys on the next one. This was the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.